Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. This is my wonderful, gorgeous daughter, Julie. We live 2 states apart, so we don't get to stamp together in person very often. So we decided to connect over Zoom and share projects with you. So today is Sunday. It is October 16th. And I know I'm missing something. We've been demonstrators for 20 years. I feel like I'm missing something, Julie. We filmed.
I don't know. I think you covered it. Did you say your name?
Probably not. I'm Susan Roy, and this is my daughter, Julie Davis. I always forget my name.
Oh my goodness. Well, how have you been this week, Mom?
Good. The weather is changing here. It's pretty chilly here, and a little on the windy side.
Yes.
So it's just kind of a change,
Yeah.
from that nice warm Indian summer kind of weather. And I don't know if we'll ever get back to that yet this year. We may be done with warm weather.
Now that you've said it, we'll definitely have some more warm weather.
I
feel like that's how it works, right? Like
Oh.
it gets cold and then it gets hot and then it gets cold. And like Mother Nature just can't make up her mind. It's been the same here. And it's like cold, like it was 37 degrees this morning, and then it gets warmer throughout the day. And so sometimes there's just such a difference between the morning and the afternoon temperatures. So I like the cooler weather. I'm not ready for 37 degrees, but I do love fall. I love wearing sweaters and cozy socks and campfires and things like that. So I'm ready for some fall weather.
Yeah, I think I am too. Well, of course, we're getting ready to come your way in a few days, so that'll be exciting.
Yay!
Yeah. So I'm gathering things to bring. And let's see, what else? What have we got going? We have the starter kit promotion going on that you can get the starter kit now for $99. The price hasn't changed, but instead of $125 in product, you get 100 and I forgot, 150?
155. So it's an extra $30. Normally you get 125. So 155 in product of your choice. You can build your own kit for $99 plus tax.
Wow. Plus all the business.
I know.
Well, and that offer is good through the end of October. So, think about it. We'll answer your questions. We both would love to have you join our teams. So, anyway, food for thought. Well, I think we need to zoom right over over to your desktop so you can show us what we're going to be using today.
That sounds good. So today we are focusing on the July through December Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. We're talking about the Splendid Day Suite. I have to admit, this was one that I was kind of like, not sure about at first, because the paper is very, very heavy metallic foil. And it's just maybe a little more glitzy than is normally my style. But I'm really warming up to it, and I've created a lot of projects. I have been enjoying this suite very much. If you're a demonstrator, then you may have this suite already because Stampin' Up! Featured it during the Creativity Day. Is that what they called it?
Creativity Now.
Creativity Now. That's right. Back in August, I think it was. And they featured this suite. And also demonstrators on the US Demonstrator Facebook group. The DDMs, I think Shannon West and Natalie White have been doing mystery stamping projects every Wednesday featuring the Splendid Thoughts stamp set. So definitely check that out for some more ideas using this fun stamp set. Let's get a close-up here. So we have the Splendid Thought stamp set, and it is a red rubber cling mount stamp set with coordinating dies that die cut the stamped images as well as some detailed dies with some different leaves and foliage. So I sort of like this one because it's like not flowers, it's kind of a take on flowers, but more leaves. And this reminds me of like eucalyptus. And I love the sentiments in this set. Let's celebrate and sending hugs. I feel like really could work for so many different things. And then the much love in your new life together is so perfect for like an anniversary, or I guess not an anniversary, more like a wedding. So let's get to the designer paper. It's a 12 by 12 designer paper, and it is all kinds of metallic foil in different colors here. And it sort of reminds me of like a spring paper because the colors are springy, fresh freesia, pear pizzazz, like a champagne color, soft succulent, not soft succulent, soft seafoam. And I don't know, some of them are kind of hard to pinpoint like exactly what those colors are. If the foil is not your thing, you might enjoy the flip side. Some really beautiful soft patterns here featuring calypso coral, pool party. I love this sort of linen Sahara sand pattern. And then this one with the fresh freesia, the soft seafoam, and another one with a calypso coral, kind of pale papaya color. This suite also includes the open leaf trinkets, which are sort of a gold color, and they're shiny to match the paper. There's a little eyelet at the end, so you can string that on with some linen thread or attach that to your tag or project. And then the last thing in the suite is this beautiful soft seafoam seam binding. And I think I've used my roll up because I couldn't find it, but I did just have um this little strip of it. It's really soft. I love it's a little bit firmer though than the crinkled seam binding. But I love the color. It goes with so many things. So let me show you some projects because I have been quite busy with this suite. First of all, the projects from Creativity Now. These were the projects that they designed for us using the stamp set. This was a fun technique with the Stampin' Blends in the background. And then we did one featuring that half circle die cut and some different designer papers there. I love the stamping on the background. And then this was one I modified a little bit. The brick went all the way down to the bottom, and I think it had one of the half circle things, but I didn't care for it. So I made some changes and added some designer paper to kind of break up that brick wall. And then this one, I started making the card and went in a different direction. So I had like an extra die cut piece, and I punched a label from the foil. I did the embossing on the background and added some of the ribbon as well. I also did a little box with a tag using the same kind of elements with the trinket and the die cuts and the foil. This treat box is in the annual catalog, and so it comes with this laser cut already, and you just fold it up. And it's really super easy. I think it even comes with adhesive on the tabs. So super, super easy treat box there. I've got a couple more samples. I designed some projects for the bonus project kit I do every month. And so I was featuring the different designer paper. So I've got the painted posy embossing folder, which I thought really went well with this designer paper. And then this one here with the strips of designer paper and the stamped images. And the last one was this one. I love just the 3 stripes. So I'm kind of warming up to the metallic. And this is one I did for a swap when we went to Utah, actually. Oh my goodness. Busy, busy, busy. Mom, are you ready to share the project you've made?
I am. So what, yeah, there's a big mess here, but I was going to share the card that Julie did too, because I got her spot. So I'll just put that away. And then I also have all the ones pretty much that Julie showed you that we did from Creativity Now. So I won't show you those. This is one we came up with for, I don't know if I did this for club or a team meeting, but in Boston, copper. And then I did want a version. So this is, oh, these cards were celebration cards. That's right.
Oh, the note cards.
Yeah, yeah. But you could do anything, you know, with the colors in the designer series paper would give you the same effect.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are the cards that I have to share. So we'll just get right down. My project is really simple today. I like Julie, I love metallic paper. I love the sheen and the shine it gives. So my card base is soft seafoam. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. The inside piece is going to be basic white, 5 1/4 by 4. I have a piece of fresh freesia, 5 inches by 3 3/4. I have a piece of the metallic with the freesia, 4 3/4 by 1 3/4. I have a piece of the soft seafoam. It's the back side of one of the shiny pieces, and it's got a very subtle design of the leaves, and I don't know that it's coming through on camera
I
very
can
well.
kind of see it.
But this is 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then I have a square, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And that's the flip side of the metallic paper that I'm using. So to give that fresh freesia. I also took some scraps and used my favorite die set. Julie, help me out here.
Stylish shapes.
Thank you. It just sits up on the table over there. So I did a circle and I did a label. All right. All right, so let's get stamping and putting things together. All right, so here's our card base. You're just not settling down here. So we're gonna then put our fresh freesia cardstock on top of the card base. I need to trim this card base. It's got a little extra something there. All right, then we're gonna put on our designer series paper. This one's going to go on here. Usually I put this on, I would do this before I would mount this piece onto the card base. So I don't know why I'm doing it backwards today, but I am. And I am finding that our seal will hold the metallic, that when you're putting your cards together without a problem. Where I think maybe the liquid glue might slide around.
Oh, good point.
Let's see, which is that works. This is kind of an all over pattern. All right, so we have that piece done. For our inside, I'm going to take our soft seafoam ink, and I'm just, you know what, I'm going to get a little piece of tape here to protect my tabletop here. All right, so I'm just going to put some in the corner. I love this. This is not meant to line up, by the way. So it kind of gives a different look, and I really like that. And you could play around and do as much with it as you want. So now I'm going to bring out my fresh freesia ink. And our inside greeting is going to be much love in your new life together. I think the stamp set's going to come in handy for a wedding we're going to in Arizona in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I don't know what Cara's colors are, though, so I'll have to wait. Talk to Nancy, the mother of the groom. I'm so excited for Jack. So such a good guy. All right, so there's our inside. And so now for our other elements, I'm going to take Let's Celebrate, and that's going to be done in fresh freesia as well. Pretty good. I did one ahead of time in case I messed this one up. All right, and so for this guy, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. And I'm kind of going off to the left a little bit because I want this to come into here. So I guess it really doesn't matter if I cover up the leaves. So we'll just do it. We'll see what happens. All right. There we go. Well, that's not quite how I'd want it. I might like this one better than I did. Oh, it's pretty much the same. So never mind. All right, I'm done with my ink. And because I've been getting ink all over myself lately, I'm going to close these out. All right, let's grab some dimensionals. And I'm going to put this, Susan, come on now, get it together. I'm going to put this more left of center. I guess that's the best way to say it, right? So right about there. And then on this guy, I'm going to put a dimensional on one side and some seal on the other side, because it's going to come off our little circle here. There we go. All right, so it definitely needs some bling. Now on my sample, I used some of the in color opal rounds, but I don't know if it really shows very well. So I brought out some other things to look at that we might use. Here's some pastel pearls.
Oh,
So I think the lighter one, or even the darker one might work too. So that's a possibility. I brought out some iridescent basic pearls. I thought this might be kind of interesting with this set. So Julie, I'm going to let you choose.
oh, well, I would say the iridescent pearls because they're smaller. I think the size of
Yeah.
the other ones are big. I personally just stray away from using them, but the color does look really nice. I like the light purple of the other ones, but I like the size of these basic
Yeah.
iridescent pearls.
I love these pearls, man. I just love them. All right, so why don't we put one here with the leaves? Maybe down here. And then let's put one up here. And then grab another little guy right there. There we are.
What a great card. I really love this layout.
Yes, I do too. I haven't done any, like, I don't know, paper piecing in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when I really, the hardest decision I had was picking out which paper to use. I had all kinds of combinations over on the other side of the table, and I finally just settled on this one. So
I
I
think
like
it's
the
such a
pink and
great
black.
way to show off coordinating paper, and there would be
Mm,
endless combinations.
there are, well, maybe not quite endless, but you know. And I thought about one of the sprigs, but then I thought, nope, I just want the simplicity of these two colors. I didn't want to introduce another metallic. So, all right. So that's my card, Jay.
All right. Well,
Are
let
you
me switch.
ready?
I am. Let me switch the camera over. I got a lot of pieces going on here, and I forgot to put the measurements on until you were showing yours. And then I was like, oh, I got to do that. So my card base is the regular 5.5 by 8.5, but I've scored it at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. So this is a standard gatefold card where those are going to meet in the middle. Let me get my bone folder here and get a good crease. I lost my good one, so I have the broken tip one.
Oh no.
It's just somewhere on my desk. I have probably 3 or 4 bone folders. This was my very first bone folder. And you want to guess how I lost the tip?
Ooh.
You will never guess. So I will tell you. I was trying to dig a plastic apple out of a plastic cup when one of the kids brought me kitchen toys. And they're like, Mom, help. And I was like, okay. And I was sitting at my desk and I tried to like wedge it out and I broke the tip of the bone folder.
Oh, man.
That plastic apple is still in that plastic cup somewhere in the basement, packed away with the other kitchen toys. Oh my goodness, but
Wow.
it still works. Okay. So I've got designer paper. I'm choosing to use the non-metallic side. So I've got a big piece that's 4 by 8 inches. We're going to use this to do a pop-up inside the card. Super fun. I can't wait to show you. This is scored at every 2 inches. So 2 and 4 and 6 inches. So every 2 inches there, we're going to do a little more folding for the pop-up. And then a belly band for our gatefold. This is 2 inches by 9.5 inches. And some other pieces here. I've got a piece of white cardstock that's 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 with a calypso coral background that's 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Our tag for the greeting on the front is 3/4 by 2 inches. And then I have some die cuts. I die cut the detailed leaf. I die cut the little half circle, sort of like flower pot, not flower pot, but like
Yeah. Could be a
whatever
flower
you
pot.
whatever you call that, whatever you call it. And then a die cut from the scallop contour dies, some of my favorite. Okay, so this card was inspired by a birthday card that I received in the summer, I think it was the summer, for my birthday from Carmen Melendez, one of our team members. And I made one right after I got her card using the Euro Peach designer paper, which I don't know where it went. So I thought I would remake it because it's a really fun card. So this is the DSP for designer paper, designer series paper explosion card. Because when you open it up, it's like it explodes. So here's the template, and we'll link up to this in the video description for you so that you have that template. And the one thing that I forgot to mark on here was that the paper is 4 by 8 inches. So I'll add that. It'll be on the one that we link up to. Okay, so we scored this at 2, 4, and 6 inches, every 2 inches. And then you can either use your paper trimmer to do the diagonal folds, or you can just fold it yourself. So that's what I'm going to do. Essentially, we're going to take the top corner and we're going to come down to the center score line. So I'm going to use my bone folder for this. You know, with the designer paper being so easy to fold, it is almost easier to just do this by hand than it would be to try to line it up on the paper trimmer. So I'm going to bring it up and go the other way so that we have like sort of this X in each square. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, folding diagonally to the center and the other way. Oops. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see my score lines like the template. And so the way this is going to fold up is you're going to kind of bring in each side and form a triangle. So you're going to do it on both sides, and you're just folding on the score lines that you already made. And so you have this diamond that opens up like this. So inside the card, it will be closed. And then when you open the card, it expands like this and kind of explodes. All right, let's get the card put together. The squares are going on the middle, and so we're going to do a little stamping there. We're also going to stamp on our tag and our greeting over here. So I'm going to use the big foliage stamp. And I actually tried to do this with both layers and decided that I liked doing just one and then layering. I've got old olive for the die cut, so I'm just going to layer the die cut over it. And then I want to do a little bit in the corner, bring in some of that greenery. And this actually is going to be diagonal like this inside. And then the sentiments are going to go on Calypso Coral. I just remembered some more stamping for the card base. So we're going to do that real quick too. So this will be diagonal. I'm stamping on the inside. Today is a day to remember. And for the tag, that let's celebrate. Okay, so our front is going to come together like this for the little tag. And this is going to go inside the paper. But before I put everything together, I want to do a little stamping on the card base. And I'm using the polka dot stamp. I don't know what else this is supposed to be. It kind of looks like little lemons or leaves. And I want to sort of cascade the dots across the card. And so I'm going to stamp on each end. Don't like this one got like a little half. I'm just going to add a little more. Okay, so that's on the card base. And then we're going to put everything together. So
I
getting
sure
out
like where this
my,
is going.
pardon?
So I sure like where this is going.
Yeah, I love these colors together too. Calypso coral and Sahara sand and old olive is one of my favorite combinations. It's just so fresh and I feel like it's kind of a spring color combination, but I don't know. I feel like it really is like in any time of the year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Could
so
be
that
fall.
is going just in the center there. And we'll finish getting this inside and then we'll do the front. Okay, so this is going to attach to the center and then we're going to glue down each side like this. So we'll start with the back. And this, again, it's going to be a diamond. So when you're putting it in your card, make sure your sentiment is right side up. And center it in the middle with even spacing from each score line. You could use tear and tape, but I just used regular Stampin' Seal. Like you said, I feel like it really does stick to the metallic side pretty well, the foil side. All right, so next we're going to do the sides, and we're going to do these one at a time. So I'm going to do this side first and putting adhesive on the designer paper and then closing the flap so that the designer paper sticks to the cardstock. And you can see how that's going to be. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And close the card. And this one is a little short, but this one's a little bit long. So I'm just going to take the scissors and just trim that designer paper so that you can't see it. I feel like my scissors don't work. Okay, I think I got it.
Looking
So
good.
much fun. All right, belly band is next. We're going to put that wrong side. Well, we're putting it face down. So we want this side to be up. And so we're going to put that side face down because then we're going to wrap it around and adhere it to itself. This is going to slide off the card when we open it. So again, I'm just going to use the regular adhesive on one side, and you want to have it tight, but not too tight. So I know that it's kind of weird to say, but I'm kind of holding the card down, but also being a little loose when I put it down, so that it can slide on and off the card. If it's too tight, and then it's a little too tricky to open.
Yeah.
Our focal point here, we're just going to stick down with some Stampin' Dimensionals and glue dots. So I'm going to use a glue dot to attach the stem. And this die cut really, I think it lines up better than the stamp. Like it has a place for those leaves kind of in between. So I'm just going to match that up. And then I'm adding the, whatever this bowl or pot, whatever it is. I'm adding that with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Just trying to center it on the label. And then I'm going to use glue dots again to add the tag, kind of at an angle, and the thread bow with the glue dot at the top of the tag.
I like it. That is so cute.
Thank you. I'm just gonna
Oh.
add this now to the belly band, and I am gonna use tear and tape here just because I have better control and sort of visualize like how far across I can go with the label. So I want it to be on the belly band and not hang, be in the right spot. I guess you could put it on here, but I think it's easier to put it on the belly band. And you just kind of have more control over where it's going. So a little bit of the tear and tape. And then this is going to go right over the belly band.
Oh, nice. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Wow. Yeah. Oh,
Oh
you
my
nailed
goodness.
this one right. Just hit it out of the park. It's
Thank you.
so awesome. Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
thank
have
you.
to. I haven't done that one in a long time, but boy,
Yeah,
that'll be
it's
fun.
really easy. And oh, my camera just flipped. Okay, well, let's turn around and get the and take our picture with our cards. Oh my goodness. The Splendid Day Suite is very splendid. This is in the mini
Yeah.
catalog, the July through December mini catalog. So make sure you get your favorites, whether it's the designer paper or this gorgeous stamp set, right away so that you don't miss out on this suite before it's gone. And leave a comment and let us know, are you a fan of the Splendid Day Suite? And especially the Splendid Day designer paper, the foil paper. I feel like it's like love or hate, but I don't know. I'm warming up to it. Like I said, I really found using the foil in smaller pieces to be a lot easier to incorporate.
I happen to agree with you.
And you're the queen of bling. I'm surprised
I
that you don't
am.
like it more.
Well, I do. I absolutely do like it more. But it's a little goes a long way.
Yes,
So, that's kind of where we're at here. So,
very much so. I think this would be pretty for Christmas. I haven't used it for Christmas, but I feel
ooh.
like if you like alternative colors, for Christmas, I feel like the foil really would be beautiful to have, like
Ah,
a die cut tree or, somehow incorporate that. So,
ooh, nice.
sounds like a good challenge.
That it does. Oh, well, Julie, I got a busy week ahead getting ready to go
Yes,
see you.
we're
So
so excited to see you.
yeah, we can't wait. We truly can't. So all right. Well, listen, we'll let these good people go and enjoy the rest of their Sunday. So until next Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie, we'll see you.
Bye. Have a good week, everybody. Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye, sweetie. Love you.